Hey, welcome to the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast with me, Iona Meade, at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. And today it is Tuesday on the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast. And it is health freedom. And we are going to be talking about, as per usual, every single Tuesday, I come live and do my journaling and visualization and expressing gratitude. And I do the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge. And we create a vision for our health and our wealth so that we can manifest more life work balance as spiritual entrepreneurs, as light workers, and service-based business owners. As we go out there and we know that we're helping and we're healing the world. My vision for you and my goal is for my business is to support the mental health and well-being of our nation and our future generation. And the idea is to escape poverty and elevate prosperity. So Tuesdays is a day for me to reflect on my own health and invite you, and wealth, and balancing that, and invite you to do the same. So as the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy, launching, leading, and leaving my soul legacy is really, really important to me. And I'm guessing that your legacy is important to you. And one of the things that I focus on is really, really looking after myself while I make my difference in the world. And that kind of isn't, I don't think, that common a message, right? It's like hustle hard, do all the things. Like, and I agree, do what we need to do, definitely. But at the same time, working towards a level of balancing your health and your wealth, not like just going after the money in the list and going out there and building a list and going out there and do. I want you to focus on, I encourage you and suggest that you focus on your health as well. Without our health, we're kind of nothing, right? And it's only when we have health issues or health stuff going on is when we really reflect on, actually, hang on, I don't feel very well, or something happens in our life or has happened in our life where, health has affected others. And I've had that. And it has helped me to really focus. There's a lot of health issues. In fact, my biological father passed when I was 19, and that was through health stuff. And so I kind of got that shock and that awakening at a really young age. And that realized, because he wasn't that old, it was that I don't even know how old he was. And I'm probably coming up for around the age he was, if I've not even passed it. I haven't even worked that out, actually. Thinking of that now, which is a little bit weird. And something just popped in my mind, and I'll ask my mum. So yeah, that was a bit weird. But yeah, to think of the health of others, if you've been impacted by losses, by my brother, my big brother. It's been 19 years. Crazy. 19 years, and one of my best friends as well, through cancer. And my godson's mum, which her children have become even more so my godchildren, all of her children. And so I say that because I know that many of us are touched by cancer and different health issues and health and ailments. And when we reflect, and even if it's not touching us, it's touched someone, right? And when we reflect and we think, you know what, when people pass and they pass younger than what you would expect, you're just like, wow. So it has me be really mindful, and I'm really grateful that it has me be really mindful. And I often tell the story of my grandmother living to 101. Apparently, her intention was to live to 100. That was her goal, and she made it to 101. And so when I turned 40, my grandmother turned 100. And so we went to the Caribbean, and I always say, she was drinking rum, and we were all dancing on the dance floor, and we were going down, and all things. I just love dancing. And, it was a time where in certain cultures, in certain the Western world, we say, oh, you know, that's midlife. 40 is midlife, kind of like over the hill. And I was like, I was in my hot pants, right? I'm ready to like go. I'm like, what if I have another 60 years in me? I don't know how long I've got in me. But what I do know is being aware of my health will support me in my legacy. And last night I was messaging my daughter. My daughter turned 21 yesterday. And thank you for all the happy birthday wishes for her. And yeah, she turned 21 and I was 29, I think, when I must be 29 when I had her. I'm like, wow, I can't even. But that legacy is really important. So I was messaging her last night and then I got a message from my granddaughter. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a grandma. And so watching my grandmother, I wasn't a grandmother then when I saw my grandmother turn 100. That was in the June. I was 40 in the August, and then I became a grandmother in the September. So it was a really poignant and significant year for me. And 10 days after my granddaughter was born, my dad, who raised me, my dad, passed suddenly, really super suddenly. So that year and the last decade, I've been very mindful. And I will say that sometimes when things happen, we go on this health thing for like a short period of time and then we drop off. And I've had that in my mind for this last decade. And I'm here and I want to take care of myself. And I just want to give you a reminder. I'm not a healthcare practitioner or anything like that, but as part of the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast and part of me doing my spiritual business vision board challenge, health was on it. You better believe health was on it. And so I share my vision board challenge, and that is part of the Seven Freedoms. It's part of living an intentional life, being intentional with the vision that you have for yourself, the values that you have in your life, and the vibration, raising your vibrational frequency. We know that our thoughts and our feelings impact our vibration, which in turn impact our health. And so if I can support you from moving and transitioning from a poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness, I know that that is my way of being a light worker in the world. That is my way of elevating the vibration of the planet. That is my way of supporting the health and mental health well-being of the nation and our future generation. And I'm so excited about it because when I got that vision, I didn't know what that was. I just knew I had an idea, and it was called Central Purpose. Well, we have our purpose, right? Central purpose, like a central hub. And then it was the download was to bridge the gap from vibrant practice, from training school to vibrant practice building, because I believe that many of us come out of training school with no clue how to build a vibrant practice. I didn't know that a vibrant practice would then become like that vibrancy for health, but that vibrational practice building. I didn't know that at the time, but that's what I've gone on this journey over the years as I've been learning about my own health and my own well-being, right? So having a healthy lifestyle while I build my business, while I become a spiritual digital nomad, and while I want to travel the world and teach and have freedom, it's really important to me to make a stand for that. And the way that I do that, one of the ways that I do that, the main way that I do that on the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, and as the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy, is having that light work and lifestyle balance by creating a business model that you love, that feels like ease, grace, and flow, doesn't stress you out, like supports your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, your spiritual health, your environmental health, supports all of the health of what I call the Seven Freedoms. And so I love it. And so we focus on freedom and what that means to you. Being stressed out and building a business that doesn't feel very good is not healthy. We know this, right? It's not healthy. It's not a healthy lifestyle. So how healthy is your lifestyle? How healthy is your business? How healthy is your mind? Right? How healthy is your attitude to life? How healthy are your relationships? How healthy is your business? How healthy is your connection to source guidance? How healthy is your environment? How healthy are your relationships, your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, all the things, right? How healthy is your health? Lots of questions, right? It's like that time of the week where we focus on healthy lifestyle. And so what we do is I ask you every single day, like, how do you feel? And so it's not just in the moment for the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, like, oh yeah, I feel okay. It's not that. It's how do you feel in terms of these 7 areas? So contribution freedom, we talk about on a Monday with our life purpose led business. Health freedom, we talk about balancing your health and your wealth. Emotional freedom, we talk about moving up the emotional scale, right? Abraham Hicks's emotional scale. On Thursdays, we talk about environmental freedom, where we're talking about teaching online and traveling while we teach. So we're building that healthy lifestyle, right? Relationship freedom is on Fridays, where we're talking about influencing our soul family and impacting our soul tribe. On Saturdays, we're talking about spiritual freedom, that soul guidance and doing things with ease, grace, and flow. And on Sundays, we're talking about financial freedom and working with our soul clients, right? So when we think of our health, how healthy do you feel? When I say how do you feel, it's in terms of this particular area of your life. And I'm at an 11, right? And 1 is, we don't get 0 because we're breathing. 1 is feeling in soul funk around your health. And again, whether it's mental health, emotional health, physical health, spiritual health, environmental health, social health, all the health, right? And I cover this on my 7-day spiritual business vision board challenge and Bank 50K in 50 days challenge. Because breaking down your life in that way, for me, helps you get perspective on what's really important, what really matters, helps you see like what to just let go of, what to not focus on, as well as what to focus on, if that makes sense. So how do you feel in terms of your health? So again, 1 is soul funk, and 11 is soul flow. And the way that we do our rating on the vision board challenge, and I break this down, if you like, I don't know what are you talking about? You're always going live every single day, and you have these like t-shirts on. Health freedom is like orange on my soul legacy wheel. It's like the wheel of life, but I call it a soul legacy wheel for these 7 areas. And we want to raise our vibrational frequency in these areas, specifically health is today, because how we think and feel and our habits, our daily habits and our daily spiritual routines are going to impact our health. And if we are not managing our emotions, which we'll talk about emotional freedom on Wednesday tomorrow, it impacts our health. So when we think of health, we're not thinking of health freedom and having a healthy lifestyle in isolation. We're thinking of health contribution. We're thinking of our health. Hopefully you can see me. I saw that flash then. We're thinking of health in terms of how healthy we feel. We're thinking of health in terms of our emotions. We're thinking of health in terms of our environment. We're thinking of health in terms of our relationships. We're thinking of health in terms of our spirituality. And we're thinking of health in terms of our finances, right? So we want to have that healthy lifestyle, and all of the 7 freedoms for living an intentional life, setting intentions, but actually living and taking soul guided action matter, right? And so how you feel, whether you're in soul funk or soul flow, just write that down, rate it. I usually do an abbreviation, say HFT equals, and that's health freedom. That's Health Freedom Tuesday. I don't even think I can comment. Can I comment on my own thing? No, I can't. Oh my gosh. Eek. Before I could. Why can't I comment? What I was going to do Health Freedom Tuesday. It says I can't comment in some destinations and some I can. It's giving me like a chat platform. Like, dude. So if I do this and I'm on, no, it won't do it. Never mind. But anyway, my frequency is Health Freedom Tuesday, HFT equals. I'd love for you to do the abbreviation of that, especially, hey, welcome. Let me know where you're watching from. We're talking about balancing your health and your wealth, having a healthy lifestyle, and really making a difference in the world, but also helping and healing our nation, right? But also helping and healing yourself first. So give me a comment so I can comment, right? Because I want to actually comment and do my own health freedom. I do it in my journal. This is part of my journaling process. But I'd like to actually do it on the lives and see your ratings as well, because I haven't really been asking you guys to do that. So let me know if you're new to me. Let me know where you are in the world. I'm earlier than what I have been of late, and I'm going to be earlier again as I balance my light work and my lifestyle. So health freedom in terms of how you feel, you want to rate that. Health freedom in terms of the vision that you have. What vision do you have for your own health? Not only your own health, I know that, but the health of your clients, the health of your family, the health of just like, I know we can't control everybody else's health, but if you're the head of a household, or if you are raising children or have an influence on grandbabies or just family in general. I was fostering 3 children under 5, so I had an influence on their health, which was a really great influence on their health. And when they came out of my care, that was different for them. It was different for them coming into my care, and it was different. It has been different for them leaving my care. And what I've realized and what I've noticed, let me know where you're watching from, or if you can comment, or if you can even hear me. Can you give me a thumbs up, please? That'd be great, because I saw that the live had jumped, and sometimes apparently I'm not like on the video. So I can see that you're on. You've jumped off. Okay, thanks. Give me some love before you jump off. Do you know what? But you might have not jumped off, because sometimes the thing codes in and out. But yeah, I would have appreciated a thumbs up. So obviously you can hear me, right? So yeah, impacting other people's health, impacting your own health, looking after yourself and being a role model. I'm really, really big in that, in being a role model. I'm not saying that I get all of my health right, and I'm not saying that I don't drop off, because I do. When I look back at my health and the vision that I've had for my health, I'm just going to close this because it feels a bit drafty. The vision that I had for my health since, seeing my grandmother, on her 100th birthday over this last decade, I've worked out, and I'm back to really working out. I'm doing Insanity again. It's the 2nd week of Insanity, and I absolutely feel amazing. I can feel my body changing. I just feel my own health and well-being changing, and I feel like I'm just living that more healthier lifestyle, and balancing my work again. And it feels amazing, because I did go through burnout. I was looking after 3 children under 5, twins, and a 2-year-old. They now they had their 5th birthday with me, and their 3rd birthday. They've now just turned 6, and the little one's still 3. And it's just amazing. The time has just flown. But the my health, looking after other people, like you might be doing this as well, looking after other people, trying to juggle, have a healthy lifestyle, and maybe work. I call it a soul-sucking day job, or night job, or just caring for others, as well as trying to launch a business. It can be a juggle. And I know that many people come to me and they're doing other stuff, as well as wanting to launch their business. And it can be a lot. It can be a lot to juggle it. So, has your health suffered? My health suffered a lot. The worst actually that it's ever been. And I don't know, I suffered burnout, very severe burnout. And I would say that I've recovered from it now. Because I was like, I don't think I've recovered. I don't think I've recovered. I was drinking way too much alcohol, which was not a lot compared to some, but it was way too much for me. And even like over the last few months, still drinking way more than what I would normally drink. And it's not like your girl's drinking every single day, but like just craving it, or yeah, just craving it. Like I don't normally crave alcohol, and I didn't want to put alcohol in my body and my system. And I would uh, drink buy non-alcoholic wine for that reason. I'm like, no, not at all. And then I just I craved it. And that's part of like coping with certain things and certain situations. And there's no shame around it, especially when it's a physical thing in reaction to your body. The book that I was listening to today was what book was it? Oh, Sleep Smarter, by Sean Stevenson. And I was working on my sleep. I wasn't having a great amount of sleep, as you can imagine. I had three children under 5 who had experienced trauma and night terrors and all the most. So it impacted my sleep. And I was sleeping in the same room in my office on a sofa bed. I bought a brand new sofa bed, a new desk. It looked lovely, but still being in the same room as what you're working for a year, it's a lot. Like, and all of that impacted my health greatly. Do I regret it? No, I'm not complaining about it. But what I'm saying is that I noticed that my health had dipped, and I'm not in that situation now. I had to actually make really hard choices of, look, this is not where I want to be with my health and my well-being, and balancing that, and it's not a healthy lifestyle, so I had to change it, which is really hard. There's sometimes there's hard decisions to make. As light workers, we want to make our difference in the world, we want to support our family, but if we go down, everything goes down. Let me know where you're watching from. Welcome. If we go down, everything goes down. And sometimes as light workers, again, we want to really make a difference in the world, but sometimes we suffer as a result of that. And if that is you, giving, 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 giving. Well done you. Hats off to you. And everybody's like, oh, you're doing amazing, Iona, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, dude, but this is at the expense of me. And that's not what I agreed to. Literally aged me. Um, I've got a picture where I was in the car and I was writing my book, and I looked ancient. I literally did. One day I'll probably release the picture. But I sent it to a guy that I was seeing at the time, a soulmate connection, and he responded something about being old back. And I was like, you're so rude. But I could see it in my face. And I can't remember what he said because all the messages are deleted, because you just don't even do that. But I could feel it. And oh yeah, I did. I looked a lot older. It was really aging me. Not that we have to be vain, but I've always looked young for my age. I'm 50, and people have always commented on that, and I felt old. I felt like, oh my gosh. So I had to change my work because it was like 24/7, and when I tell people that I did that, and fostering was in my calling as part of me being a light worker. It absolutely was. I'd been called to it a couple of decades beforehand. And I knew that it was going to be part of my path. I didn't know when, and I didn't know it would be for family. Would I do it again? Definitely not for family. That's like, I would, I would, but do you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to. Don't ask me, is what I said. Just don't ask me. Would I do it again? Possibly. Would I intend to do it again? Just out of yeah, no. You never say never, but it was something, and I think it's more of the charity that I'm going to be getting involved in. That, so I've done some training, and I will be focusing on that more towards the end of January, is kinship fostering and supporting other kinship foster carers, because it's a lot. It is a lot. So more in the capacity for that, rather than doing it myself, like more supporting somebody else who's doing it. Yeah, volunteering that way. So that's like was the main thing when I look back over this last year of what was impacting my health. And now, having changed that situation and put my vision back on, I don't know. Do you know what? Do you know when you just, my eye is fine. And then I come on the live and my eye wants to do whatever it wants to do. I don't even know. So yeah, when you look over the last like 2023, even from 2020, our health, a lot of everyone's health was impacted in 2020, I would say. And then over the years and recovering, a lot of people are still saying, well, during the pandemic, this happened. During the pandemic, mental health, physical health, emotional health, all the health. Have you recovered from that? Um, and how are you doing? And what vision do you have for your health in 2024? It's 2024 now. It's time. And so, again, the book that I was reading is called Sleep Smarter. And I wasn't sleeping that well. I haven't slept well since having my son, not because I had insomnia in particular, just, well, I did, but not as in like for a particular reason. I just had broken sleep. Excuse me. And then reading this book, I actually came to peace with not focusing on the book that much and just being. And my sleep has improved. My craving for alcohol has gone. And I'm exercising, I'm working out, I'm eating a lot better. Not perfectly, but I'm eating a lot better. I'd say 80% better. And, you know, at 80% where I would want to eat. And it feels really good. And I don't mean just eating like the quality of food. I just mean the combinations of food, the kinds of food and vitamins and water fueling my body, and working out. And when you work out, so I had that vision on my vision board to work out, and I want to be hench and have a beach body. And when you work out, you want to actually feel your body, don't you? You want to you learn. So I've been learning over the last decade and more about my body and nutrition and sleep and fuel. And the book again that I was listening to today was talking about the nutrients, macro and micronutrients, and the combination. And often what we're taught, which is an industry of fitness and health and weight loss, that isn't the correct information always. And how what we really need to do. And I think many of us really know what we need to do, but we still don't do it. And I'm doing it, and it feels really good. It feels really, really good. And I talk about financial freedom and contributing in the world, and to look after yourself really healthily. I think when we don't have the financial freedom, one of the first things to go is our health and eating and worrying and all the things. So I stand for the financial freedom so that we can actually look after ourselves better, for sure. So that's me looking after my health, listening to the book, and I had some notes on the book. He was talking about, again, alcohol and sleep and insulin and hormones. I'm a lady of the age of 50, and he says, you know, if your hormones are not right, you might as well forget it, basically. And carbs and complex carbs and good fats and vitamins and all those things. And you know, what we actually eat for breakfast is, and he said, my daughter and I went to watch the Willy Wonka movie yesterday. And in the book I was listening to, which I've had for a while now, a few years, I got to the point when he said, stop eating breakfast that looks like Willy Wonka made it, meaning that the kinds of foods that we're eating necessarily that are just not the right foods to eat. It's called Sleep Smarter. It's by Sean Stevenson. It's a brilliant book. If you've not listened to it or read it, it's a really great book. Or whatever book resonates with you. There's another book that I really love, and I haven't done it for a while. I don't feel the need to. I've gone through it a few times and I've recommended it. It's called Tapping for Weight Loss and Body Confidence, which is great. Robin's messaging me. So yeah, which reminds me of the message actually. So one of the things that I had for my vision, so I focus on my vibration, I focus on my vision, and then I focus on what I want to do in my day, how I want to launch my day, lead my day, and leave my day in a healthy way. So how are you launching your day and leading your day, having that healthy lifestyle? the best that you can do with wherever you are, right, with the time that you've got. And so over this it's the second week for Insanity. So I've incorporated that into my day. I've been doing my daily lives quite late in the day. And I'm going to be back to doing them more in the daytime. So if you're watching this on the replay and you're like, why have you gone live earlier? I used to. And so I was like, actually, let me get that done earlier and get my workout done. And I'm sleeping super well, super well. I'm really ecstatic about my sleep. I'm just like not working on it. I just think with no stresses and no worries and no drama in my life, no external input, it feels really calm, and the environment that I'm in feels really good, and just warm and safe and just really nice, and really nice. So that all of those things have really impacted, and being clear on my vision and coming back online. Someone said environment is definitely important. Yes, environmental freedom is massive. And I talk about environmental freedom on Thursdays. That's going to impact all of your health, your emotional health, your physical health, your social health, your spiritual, everything. And I feel I'm finally at the point now where I feel settled. And sorry. So my alarm went off to say I have a one-on-one session, but that was last week, so it's going to go off again. So apologies. Yeah, I'm at the point since leaving my home in August 2023, after like not having the children anymore after a year, and then going to London for 3 months, and then coming back to my second hometown. This week is the first time I've really felt settled. In all honesty, and I mean settled as in grounded, as in full routine that includes working out hard. Unless I return back to the insanity that I did when I was 40, I just don't feel like I'm working out, and I drop off stuff. And the V-shred workout that I was doing was like 20 minutes, and it just felt soft, like a soft workout. So it wasn't challenging. Where I'm back and I'm challenging and I'm working hard, not as hard as I've ever worked yet, because you build it up, but my muscle memory and that recognition is like, yes. And I can see the vision and feel it. And I've got my workout mat in the middle of the bedroom, so I can't actually avoid it. I don't want to avoid it anyway. And I've got my workout stuff on my mat with my trainers, and it's just like, how am I launching my day, leading my day, and leaving my day? I've just got back into that routine, and today's really the first day I'm like, yeah, actually, this is how I want to launch my day, get into that groove. And this is how I want to lead my day, get into that groove, and this is how I want to leave my day. And setting up the week, as I said, mapping out in my online calendar where I'm going to spend my time. And this is what I encourage you to do, what I encourage my students to do. And I do walk my talk, and I'm really excited about it. I know what difference it makes to know what you're eating, when you're eating, that I eat in fasting windows, where you're going to be, who you're going to be with, who you're going to speak to, how you're going to focus on your contribution. I was just saying to Robin before I headed out of the door, on Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, I'll use those more as recording days. And I'm really excited about that. Interview days, recording days. I'll have call days, just being really intentional, even more intentional. When I was in my home, I had my schedule, right? And then I had the kids. And so I haven't been able to and then I left my home, right? So I haven't really been able to pull back in my schedule in terms of being full force, and just deciding, actually, next 60 days I will be grounded. Hey, welcome, let me know where you're watching from. We're talking about health and having a healthy lifestyle while you make a difference in the world. If that resonates with you, helping and healing others, but actually looking after yourself, that's the challenge, right? And that's our challenge, right? And so this is the first time that I've really grounded myself in a really long time. Not that I haven't been at all, but it's like, okay, this is it for the next 60 days. I think for me, it's more of the insanity, doing the right workout and then walking a couple of times a day as well, like only for 20 minutes or whatever. And so I was experiencing burnout, and it takes a while to recover from burnout. They say like 3 to 6 months, even probably a year for some people. And I'm like, oh my gosh, without having that on me, in me, it's like, yeah, I feel, and I think the insanity is probably the thing that's really kicked it, with that exercise and that sleep and hormonals, and not having a stress hormone like go up and down in my body and spike, and not having alcohol in my system. I've had like a little half a lager Stella, and when I went out for a meal at the weekend, in this last week. Don't think I've had any more, and it matters. It does matter. I noticed that it does matter for me. So, how is your health? Are you as healthy as you could? Are you still working on it? Again, I'm doing my vision board myself. I did my vision board challenge in July, and I was at the height of burnout. And I did my challenge again the second week in December, the Spiritual Business Vision Board Challenge. I encourage you to do it and really think of how you want to contribute in the world, but also where and what that looks like for you in terms of your lifestyle, especially when you've got other commitments, right? Because oftentimes we waste our time, and we want to be setting the intentions to balance our health and our wealth. And so on the Vision Board Challenge, on the Spiritual Business Vision Board Challenge, we talk about healthy lifestyle and manifesting that life-work balance. It's amazing. So I'm really pleased, after like a couple of weeks of doing the Vision Board Challenge and setting that intention and having that vision, that this is the second week that really executing on it. Obviously we had the holidays and what have you. Nobody does whatever in the holidays. I did a bit, but it's like, okay, it's on, you know what I mean? Like, it's on. January 1st was the day that I started, I believe. And I'm like, yes, January 2nd, whatever the Monday was, whatever. I'm on it, and it feels amazing. So really starting the year off strong and continuing to check in on a Tuesday with my health and how healthy a lifestyle I am leading. And I'm excited to do the Vision Board Challenge and hold myself accountable and hold you accountable as well. So if you are doing the Vision Board Challenge, I encourage you to post in the group what your vision for your health is, what the vision is for all of your 7 freedoms for living an intentional life, but post your vision board for health. And then I encourage you again to decide how you want to launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day, and put that on your calendar, right? And decide, what are the 1 to 3 things that you can do to support your health over this next week, right? What are the 1 to 3 things that you can either do or let go of, whether it's unhealthy habits or building in some more healthy habits. And the Atomic Habits book by James Clear is amazing. So welcome. Let me know where you're watching from in the world, and if you are new to me. So we're talking about health and wealth, right? So Atomic Habits is just an amazing book. And loads of people love this book, but when it refers to health, it refers to the habits, your sleep habits, your exercise habits, your drinking habits, your eating habits, all those habits, your habits for getting enough sleep, all the habits that you have for your work. We all have 24 hours in a day, right? So compartmentalizing your day, when you're going to work, when you're going to sleep, and just really looking after yourself. Yes, we have the vision board, but actually how you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day matters again, right? So I love it. And I have a 2-hour coaching call, monthly coaching call for the 7 freedoms. It's called the 7 freedoms frequency call and gym, so which I support my students in. And I'd love you guys, if you are watching me and you are a student, to schedule on that. It happens on the first Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time. Let me know where you're watching from. I can see that you're on. If you're in a place where I cannot see, every time I say that, somebody jumps off. Don't just stare at people on the socials. Stop being weird. Like, go on about your day. if you can't implement and engage, go on about your day. Go and have somebody that says, watch my video and do nothing. If you're watching somewhere where you can't comment, I apologize. But if you're watching in the Soul Legacy Academy and you are a student of mine, get to it. Get on the monthly call, get an accountability buddy, and let's go. Like, I want to see your goals. I want to see you on the call, and for balancing your light work and lifestyle and having more freedom, the vision of freedom, your value of freedom. What is your value for your health? I want to be healthy and I want to be sexy as AF. And when I looked in the mirror this morning, I was doing my hair, because there's times you don't even get dressed when you're working from home. Like, you don't get dressed necessarily. Apologies. Again, my alarm, and it's going to go off in the next 10 minutes again. Yeah, we don't always get dressed, get washed, get a shower, all the things. And it's like, okay, really being mindful. And so I was, doing my hair and, looking after myself, like really creaming my body, like full length. The environment that I've been in has been cold. So I haven't been like, I'm like, but it's been warm where I'm at now. And I've been creaming myself and just really looking after myself. And I wasn't looking in the mirror. Because the where I lived, I had a wardrobe which had 3 doors, which were all mirrors, and then I was in the office with no mirror, right? So I didn't really check my appearance and what I look. I know that some people don't even want to look in the mirror. I'm not vain, but I like when you don't check in with your body and you don't give yourself those affirmations in the mirror and you don't actually acknowledge, it's really easy to get out of shape. And I got out of shape, and I'm like, now I've got a mirror in the bedroom, and so I'm able to just really connect, and feel grounded, really connect with my body again, and acknowledge it, and give thanks to it, and be grateful, and notice the changes in my body, and be like, I was dancing. Your girl was like, ooh, in the mirror. And it feels really nice, to give yourself that love. I know Louise Hay is big on that. Oh, You Can Heal Life is such a beautiful book. I didn't even think of that. When I go on my walk again, I will listen to You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. That's a great book. So I listened to the Sleep Smarter one on the way here. It's like a 20-minute walk. I'll listen to You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. It's just an amazing. I love books. I'm an author. I love books. So I encourage you to read something, be inspired by whatever health book on a Tuesday that can help you, that will encourage you, and what the author is saying, and what you as a reader can actually do to implement the things that you're reading or listening to. That's the point, not just to consume information and be a scroller on social media. Makes no sense. So how we launch our day, lead our day, and leave our day. I'm gonna pull the card or read the card for today, and then I'm going to do the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge, and then I'm going to express gratitude, and then I'm going to let you go on about your day. Oftentimes I'll just share with what's going on for me. And one of the things when I look back over the last week, and I encourage you to look back over this last week, not only to be grateful for the things that and we're going to express gratitude next, not only to be grateful of the things that have been manifesting in terms of your health, but in terms of all of the 7 freedoms, so your contribution again, your health, your emotions, your environment, your relationships, your spirituality, and your finances. That's amazing. We want to do that every single day, and bring in the 7 freedoms frequency, which I call the Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency. So I use each day an acronym, the first letter for each area as an acronym for setting intentions. And so we're expressing gratitude for them. But what I do is then focus back and have a kind of like a reflection, a weekly reflection on, am I actually looking after myself? Am I actually walking my talk? Where am I in terms of my own health? And I will say that, yes, I've been working out, and my health and my contribution on point. Got more to do, and I set the intention yesterday to write a script and message. It's long, it's always long, to reach out, and I did that, and I sent my first message before I came live, so hopefully that is connecting. but also looking back on my health for eating, what I'm eating, what I'm doing, what I'm spending my time, my health, my relationships and stuff. And so I went on, and this is all these things that I'm talking about are on my vision board. So I'm seeing what is playing out in my life and doing more of what I want and less of what I don't want. And so I went on a date on Sunday, and it relates to food. Excuse me. So I will eat usually complex carbs, sweet potatoes, and oats, right? And I rarely eat if I'm off and I've dropped off, like all things go. But when I'm on it, I don't eat those things as a rule. And I haven't eaten rice really, and I had an Indian. So I had naan bread. We had something else that was carby. It was all gorgeous and so beautiful. We had loads of rice, prawn rice. It was lovely. It was gorgeous in the moment, and I usually bloat, and I don't think I really did. So I felt full, but like I didn't go overboard. I actually took some of it home, and then what I noticed was the next day, literally, I spent all day in bed, not because I was depressed or I was down, just my body said rest. My body, and I usually have a day where I'll eat a different meal anyway. It's called eating up. Rather than a cheat meal, you're eating up past your calories. So you're messing with your body and your metabolism, like changing it up. So I'm fine with it. However, reflecting on my health, I'm like, wow, that was crazy for me. That was like a carb overload. And the person that I was went on the meal with was a guy that was a potential soulmate and a potential partner, right? And I'm like, I could see how he was eating and how he cleaned everything, not a speck on it, reflect that lifestyle regularly. And just like that. And I'm like, oh, and telling me stories about food and how when he went to wherever, the States or something, just ordering big sandwiches that cost like $30 and ordering two of them. And I'm like, why would you order two of them? And it's like, oh, I just like trying this. And I'm like, wow. He didn't eat it, he said, but like it just the habits of the people that are around you. So the habits of my partner, my man, I want to be in alignment with me. Yes, we want to work out together. This is what I have on my vision board, and we would have worked out together. However, the eating and the diet is everything. And part of me saying no to that, going into that relationship with the person, was on health. And a little bit of vanity. Don't get me wrong. Like, I feel young and I feel really good. And when I was in my twin flame union, I was doing insanity. I'd done insanity. I had a banging body, right? And I was like, I feel good. I love myself. And he was like, oh, yeah, that could be perceived as arrogant. Inside my subconscious, click, put on weight, protect myself, all the things. And I'm like, I promised myself never to be in that situation. Who you couple up with matters. And I'm like, alarm bells were going off. I'm like, no, it's fine. We can go on this journey. And I thought, well, no, actually, what you've done is portrayed yourself as a spring chicken, and you're not, and you're out of shape, and he's probably got a lot more weight than my ex had. And it's not because, oh, well, you want to be super skinny, because weight affects your health greatly. Sleep impacts your health greatly. And when you're around, if you've heard of the 5 closest people to you principle, for me, I put on weight to the point where my midsection was the same size as my ex's midsection, according to his tape measure. And I think he found it funny. And I was like, never again. So I said no to partnering up with that person, because I don't want to have a struggle. I want it to be ease, grace, and flow for my health. So I'm like, it's not a match. So as I go out and I choose and I date, I choose from the 7 freedoms, I choose for the compatibility from the 7 freedoms frequency. If it's not in vibrational alignment, I'm not doing it. I'd rather stay single. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. So it's really
helpful for me to make a yes or no decision. And then yesterday it was my daughter's birthday, and we went back to the Chinese place that we used to go to when she was like 3. Not the healthiest, and it felt quite junky actually. And we were like, we're going to eat loads because it's an all you can eat buffet, and we actually didn't. We didn't, and she had a crepe or something, and I didn't have pudding. I never usually would normally eat pudding. When you go to, I like cheesecake, but it bloats my stomach. And I had like 2 plates of food, but not like smallish, not tiny, but like I was like, yeah, I'm good. When you work out and when you're good. Do you know what I mean? So I encourage you to be in alignment with whatever's on your vision, right? Okay, how you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day. I'm gonna express gratitude. I'm gonna pull the card, and then we're gonna do the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge. All right. So, I say gratitude in the way for the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast way, and we bring in all of the areas for living an intentional life. We set the intention, the vision for freedom, the values for freedom, and the vibration for freedom. I'm just gonna have a sip of water. So we say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. You can write this down if you have a journal, a gratitude journal, write it down. If you have your soul legacy journal, write it down in there. This is my journaling process. And raising my vibration, pen's gone. So we bring in the 7 freedoms, all right? So I say, I'm happy and grateful and appreciate. So it could be something from the past, something from the present, and something from the predicted future. Sometimes people say, I don't have a lot to be grateful for, but you do. You've got memories from the past. We're making memories right now, down to even a glass of water. Do you know what I mean? And in order for and before our vision manifests, we've got to be at that vibrational frequency. I know you know this, but I'm just saying. So that's why I do this every single day. All right. So I say I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. Let me just move this closer as I sit back and rest my back. All right. So I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate contribution freedom. The Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge. I'm super happy and grateful for everybody that's registered. Thank you for registering for the masterclass. I'm so excited to get the masterclass up and running, and I will do it every single month. I say it, and I haven't done it like from when I first said it and I announced it. I haven't done it, but 2024 is like, oh, well, I intended to do it when I had the kids and all the things, and I'm like, oh my god. So I intend to do it, and also the last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time. If you've registered for the masterclass and you found it of value and you found the bonus gifts of value, could you do me a favor and share this video out, or share the link to the masterclass, invite other people into the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge so that they can share this experience with you like an accountability buddy? I would love that. Okay, so I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my contribution with the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge. I paid for the easy webinar room years ago, and it's serving me and serving me and serving me. So I'm really happy and grateful for that. It's on autopilot for the most part, and I leverage it and I just show up live. I love it. So I'm happy and grateful for that. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the Sleep Smarter book by Sean Stevenson. His knowledge is incredible. And as an author, I'm really happy and grateful for his knowledge to be able to benefit from that. Happy and grateful and appreciate my water. Having bottled water as well. And my sister-in-law actually brought my bottled water down for me so I didn't have to carry it. So that was really sweet. Welcome. Let me know where you're watching from. We're doing gratitude. We're almost at an hour for this live stream. If you're new to me, let me know that you're new to me. If you are not new to me, welcome back. So I'm happy and I'm grateful. So I've got my gratitude stone and just expressing gratitude for having a healthy lifestyle and having more freedom and being in line with my values, all those things. If you have a gratitude journal, then let me know. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my emotions. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that I have confidence. I have confidence on camera. Somebody commented, oh, I love your confidence. You seem like confident on camera. and confident on photo and confident in the voice note. I was like, oh, that's really nice. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate, rather than that fear, right, that low vibration, it matters in your business. And it matters in that was actually on the dating app, so it matters in your life as well. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate. I give them a bad rap, but I actually appreciate the dating apps because it's helping me discern my own dating app. And I'm so excited to get this spiritual dating app up and running. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that. Doing all the research and then being someone who provides a space, an environment, a high vibe dating space for soulmate attraction. Super happy about that. Happy and grateful and appreciate, relationships. The relationship with me, actually, the relationship with me, that I'm able to be happy and confident in my own skin, to be able to go on this journey. So a soul sister of mine in my DMs yesterday, thank you, you know who you are. She said, look at you being a badass. You're out there, you're being consistent. You're like doing this dating thing. What happens to this guy? And I was like, yeah, he's out the window. Well, what's going on now? Like, I'm really looking forward to it. And you're doing it and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it, and I am consistent. And what is important to me, I will go after, right? So I'm happy and grateful for that. And I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the relationships I'm happy and grateful and appreciate spirituality, my vibration, because as I'm setting the vision and the energy forward, things are coming to me in so much ease, grace, and flow. And so with a date that I went out on New Year's Eve, like we swiped, no, in fact, was his as well? All right, so the first date that I'd gone on in a while, we had an amazing weekend, and we had connected. I'd gone on the dating apps. I'd said absolutely no to a soulmate connection. I was like, no, it's 3 years. No, dude, like, no more. And then I was just in bed for the day, just having a bed day myself, just chilling. And I paid for Tinder and I was swiping. And this guy came in to my world really quickly, to the point where I didn't use all of the week that I'd paid for. We connected for the week, and then we went out. We had an amazing day, really great day. And again, contrast, I get to know what it is that I don't want. When we know what we don't want, we know what we do want, right? As Abraham says. And then the next one was New Year's Eve, where we connected for just over a week because he went on holiday for a week. And that was within 20 minutes of going on registering for the dating app on Bumble. And I'm like, wow, absolutely got what I needed. The next one, and I'm going to talk about this in my book, that guidance, right? We meet who we need to meet. And then the next one, I registered, I got off that day and I registered back for Tinder. And within an hour, he was in my inbox. And I'm able to grow every single connection. And it feels amazing. It feels really aligned. And the more I say no is the more I'm saying yes to the things that I really want, if that makes sense. So I was happy, and I was really happy and really proud of myself, because I was able to say, like when you have like the thing that comes round full circle to see if you've actually grown. I was really happy because I just knew from the lessons that I got in my twin flame union that was an absolute hard no for me. He had so many qualities, and it's like that scarcity, like, well, if he's got these qualities, maybe nobody else has. And I'm like, no, my person will be the person. I'll know 100%, like no doubts. And I'm happy and grateful for that soul guidance and that connection, because everybody comes in our life for a reason. Happy and grateful for that. Happy and grateful and appreciate financial freedom. Just having everything covered and everything paid. And doing the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge, and the right people coming to me, the right students where I say yes to. I say yes to more people rather than no. Which is good. All right. So, and the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge, I would say, so this journal, this is part of me doing this journal. So the Soul Legacy Journal, the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy, this is the Soul Legacy TV, and the host of the Soul Legacy movement, again, improving the mental health and well-being of our nation and our future generation, elevate prosperity and elevate prosperity and escape poverty. And so this journal is 365 days of your spiritual awakening story, a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. All of this came about through my spiritual awakenings. And again, my last one was on health, on burnout, goals burnout. Dark night of the soul, all the things. And the dark night of the soul is so dark at times where you think, I don't even know if I can get out. I journaled my way out. I visualized my way out. And I would love, if you have a spiritual awakening story to share, I have an annual co-author book series. I will share with you in my masterclass, in the links in the show notes, how to actually become part of that co-author book series and share your spiritual awakening story and your spiritual ascension tools and your spiritual alchemy, how you birth your light in the world. I love it. And so this journal also is this process. But the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge was about me being in vibrational alignment with contributing in the world and receiving financial freedom. Because over the years, what I now know is that I was repelling all of that stuff. I was repelling the money. I was like, well, I don't do what I do for the money. Like, however, I realize even more, financial freedom is it's just such a beautiful place to come from, especially when you have experiences on your vision board, like traveling, like I do. Like, especially when you have like, oh, well, you want to have a decent computer to work on. I have my big fat Mac, which was on my vision board, and I love it. I love it. So the journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day. This is the Bank 50 Days Challenge. If you've done the vision board challenge, you've got a vision for your life, and you've got a reason and personal and professional soul wise of why you want to manifest this 50K in 50 days, right? This is the challenge. Vision board party, visible world, vibrational money, right? So it's a safe space. This journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day. The challenge is to stick with me every single day and visualize your life and spend your vibrational money voucher. There are rules to this game. So you spend your vibrational money voucher and you do it in a way where you go out and you actually seek the things that you want. It might be something to do with your health. It might be something to do with your environment, blah, 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 whatever it is. What would you spend £1,000, dollars, or euros on every single day, right? Today. So today, I want you to type 10% to a worthy cause. Welcome. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're new to me, welcome. If you are not new to me, welcome back. We're doing the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge, and we're doing it vibrationally first. Having a healthy lifestyle and balancing your health and wealth. If you've done a vision board, chances are your vision board has experiences on it, especially the environmental freedom. The environmental freedom and the relationship freedom part of my vision board, these two areas, are the ones that light me up. I want to have experiences and holidays and take my daughter and my granddaughter and all those things. Those are the things that light me up. So yes, I'm doing my light work in the world, but I also want to manifest that life work balance, right, and have downtime with them. So what would you spend your vibrational money on? Type 10% to a worthy cause. My worthy cause is Compassionate Friends. It's a charity for bereaved parents. I am one. I dedicate my work to my son. Your bills are already paid, come from that space. Your taxes are already done, and your savings are already done. So this is clear money. This is your money. Like, what would you spend it on? I challenge you to spend it, right? And so you might have heard Abraham Hicks talk about the prosperity game, spending money. They did where you spend money and it doubles every day. And if you do it for a year, the way that they teach you, you spend 66 million in a year. And I was like, that's a lot of effort to spend that amount of money, and that's fine, and you can do that. But I wanted to spend an amount where I was like, okay, this is the vibrational money. Now, how do I go about earning that exact same amount of money? And so I have the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge, where you do this in the visible world. You do your vision board first. So you're in alignment, right, with the vision that you want. You're not just going up the success ladder that you don't even want to be up. And so you're having that spiritual business success, including financial success and financial freedom. And you can post your vision board in the group that I share with you how to do a video montage, so you can play that vision board, right, every single day, like 30 seconds or something. And then found an accountability buddy in the group. Again, in the links in the cards, in the show notes, in the description, you'll find the group link. You'll also find the masterclass link, the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge, where I share with you how you can do the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge in the visible world. And this is where my book comes in. It's called Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul-guided influencer's compass to leverage your Lightwork and Lifestyle on YouTube. And so in this book, I mentioned my masterclass. I also mention a 5-day challenge for book readers who get the Kindle Unlimited or the Kindle, or if you get the paperback, I'd love your support with the paperback and the book opening, and tag me with the book and let me know that you love it. If you purchase the book, I give you a 5-day fast track movement marketing model, and it helps you to get clarity around your business. You know, when you don't know what you're doing, like, how would I possibly bank 50K in 50 days? I share with you how to get clarity on who it is that you are here to serve and what they are searching for, so that you can align your movement, your message, and your money. It's lit. I love it. And so I give that back. It's $55, right? So my Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge isn't about outpricing people. It isn't about ripping people off. It isn't about chasing the monies in the list. It's none of those things. It's about speaking to, serving, and signing up your high-paying soul clients, one-to-many soul clients online. They start with reading your book. They go to, and that's a passive income stream for me. They go through your courses. This is what I'm teaching. And I'm teaching to have your book and a companion journal, so that your readers can you can support them in implementing what it is that you're teaching them, right? So I love it. I absolutely love it. So the Bank 50K 50 Days Challenge starts on the masterclass, and then I have a monthly networking call for YouTube podcasting partnerships for spiritual entrepreneurs with a movement. Come together, co-create, cross-promote, collaborate. We don't have to that. Oh my gosh. All right. Sorry, apologies. I cannot actually believe that alarm has gone off that many times. It's set to do it 10 times every 10 minutes. So I apologize for that. Yeah, that's the Bank 50K 50 Days Challenge. I'm super excited. Thank you to everybody who's registered. I will see you on the last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time. Again, invite others in. All right. So the card that I pulled for today is Archangel Michael, Trusting Heaven. And I haven't actually got the book out to actually read it, but I will read it once I find it. Hey, welcome. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you are new to me, welcome. And if you are not, and welcome back. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. We've been on here for 1 hour and 8 minutes. So I'm going to look at Archangel Michael. Okay, let me just find it. Hey, love, how you doing? Oh my gosh. I was going to go, what are you doing on here? Are you following me? Oh, thank you, love. My God, you're giving me love and hearts. This is what your Auntie Noni does, right? I was talking about health and looking after our health and our well-being. And obviously, you know, we know how important it is to look after our health, right? Auntie Noni's been working out and doing all the things, looking after myself. And I know that you said that you were not feeling very well. So hopefully you are feeling better. I'm going to read this card. I talk about managing our health and wealth. So as I build my business and as my students, my audience build their business, and even when you're working, you really want to be looking after yourself. All right, darling? So thank you for that. And the purple hearts, you know, that is Darnell, isn't it? And she's my goddaughter, and her big sister actually named her son after my son, which is beautiful as well. I've just seen you was live, so I thought I'd come on for 5 minutes while I pack. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Oh, thank you. So it gave a notification. Yeah, I've been live for nearly an hour and 10 minutes. That's a long one for me. So let me read this. It's an oracle card. I don't know if you're familiar with oracle cards, yeah, but it's called Keepers of the Light. And so it gives us a really nice message for the day. So I'm going to read it out, okay? All right. Where are you going when you pack? You're going to work? All right. So Archangel Michael, trusting in heaven, you are safe. Angels stand close. Oh, I think I'm probably going to end up crying. Oh, your mum. Yeah. Angels stand close, right? Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. So Archangel Michael, Saint Michael, is one of our 4 major archangels in the Abrahamic religions. His twin flame is faith. He's loved all over the world because he's a patron saint of protection. He wields a bright sword of light to help us detach from dramas, because we don't want any drama, do we? We want to have a calm life. Challenges or fears. His name means he who is like God. I'm not religious, but anyway. His fiery presence helps awaken our leadership skills and reminds us that we have the capacity to connect with heaven. I knew you were on here for a reason. Wow. I'm going to try not to cry. If challenges are present in your life, call Michael to bring his sword to light. Oh, you're going to make me cry. Like to energetically disconnect you from what no longer serves you. Extended message. Your angel team is with you now. Your mum is part of our angel team. Absolutely. You are not in this alone. Oh, wow. You may be feeling sensitive or overwhelmed, but your angels are inviting you to take a step back so that they can come in and share their light of miracles. You may feel, oh, wow. You may feel that your prayers aren't being heard, but doubts blocks solutions from entering your life. Know that Archangel Michael has the legion of angels here to help clear anything that's not serving you, so that you can allow in the miracles of change that you deserve. So that's for me and for you. Oh, ma'am. Making you only cry. Oh, thank you, beautiful, for hopping on with me. Your mum, she just has the most beautiful way of just being here with us and being present and all the things. Oh, wow. Rana says, I'm giving up my house and moving in with my nephews. Are you? Oh, wow. That's big, beautiful. I love you. I'll go come and see you. I'll come and see you soon. That's big. And I did the same thing. In August, and it was one of the best things that I did that allowed me the freedom and, you know, building my business back up and wanting to travel. It's going to give you a level of freedom. She definitely does, doesn't she? That's purple heart. Like, oh man, you know, your mum was, you know, we talk about legacy and we talk about health. I love you always, Queen. Thank you, beautiful. I love you too. That, you know, your health, your mum's health, and, you know, that impact. And I'm talking about health for a reason today, because we do, you know, I want you to really look after yourself, because that impact on your health impacts others. And I want to live to 100. You know, that's my goal, is to live to 100, do the best that I can to look after myself so I can be here for you all. You know, it's huge. I think that is a wrap for me today. We've done how we feel. Hopefully you're feeling good. How we feel, how our vision for our health, how we want to launch our day, lead our day, and leave our day, and doing that with ease, grace, and flow. The actions that we can take, that's obviously your action. That's going to be massive for you. I think that's going to be a really great impact for you. And we express gratitude for all the things. And Rihanna, if you don't know about gratitude and expressing gratitude, please have a look it up, or I'll send you a YouTube video or something, just saying gratitude every single day at what we're happy. I know you do anyway, but like, in a way, just really anchoring that in while you're going through all of the challenging times, because it's going to help you focus on what's really important. And if you've got your health, you've got everything. You've got everything. I talked about the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge. And again, when I have financial freedom, then I can support, my loved ones, those that are close to me. It matters. It really does matter to be in alignment. So that is it for today for Health Freedom Tuesday. I will be back for Emotional Freedom Wednesday, although you've had me emotional already. And please do subscribe to the YouTube channel at Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. This is success, it's not about just our light work. It's about our lifestyle, and it's about family first for me. Definitely share your gifts, shine your light, because you were definitely born to serve. Here's to showing up, speaking out, and serving deep. Be blessed in your soul purpose, man. I love you. Thank you for popping on while you pack and sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. And else, I appreciate your energy as well. I shall be back soon. Take care.